Hey, Shalom. Oh, I didn't know I was up for a second. Uh, this is hopefully a little short video on TNIC, Macon, Georgia, and Detroit's emergency action and preparedness plan. With the advent of everything that's going on, we have to be prepared, family. We have to be prepared for the things that are going on in the world. So we put together a couple of things. And we want to make sure that we start implementing in our discipleship class some of the things that we'll be discussing on this video. Um, so first, let's go to the Bible. 2 Ezra 16:40 says, O my people, hear my word, make ye ready to the battle. And those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So we have to have a mind that's ready, a mind that's prepared. Prepared mind, body, and spirit. But we come together and rebuild our spirits through the Most High's word in spirit and truth. But we also have to know that we have a physical body that we need to be taking care of and paying attention to. We have families that need to be safe, small children that we have to take care of. We have women, or you brothers, we have women that we need to protect in these coming days, these trying times. But we have something for everyone, men and women, in our preparedness plan. It's important to be prepared for any and everything as much as possible. So that's going to take us taking a close look in terms of how healthy or unhealthy we are. And oftentimes we as a people, we really don't pay attention to that, or we rely on other folks to take care of our health situations, which is absolutely crazy. So we have to take a more healthier lifestyle and approach towards being prepared, because if you're not healthy physically, then you won't be healthy mentally, and then you won't be ready when the proverbial poop hit the fan. Right? Right. So here's what we suggest. Now these are only suggestions. These are suggestions, and I think that we'll do good by following this concept or a similar concept. So let's see. Psalms 35:13 says, "But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned into my own bosom." So we are suggesting that we get used to fasting. That I have implemented a more fasting lifestyle in my own life. I'm not suggesting that anyone do something that I haven't done, because I need a bit of some weight to drop. So fasting is good for weight loss. Fasting is good for you centering yourself. Fasting is good for a deeper spiritual center. So these are the things, and we just did like a week or so during atonement. We did a class on the benefits of fasting, how it gives your cells times to rejuvenate themselves, and how you begin to heal your body and things of that nature when you are fasting. So that's something that we believe in our preparedness plan, that you should probably try to implement into your lifestyle. Make it a part of your lifestyle. Get used to fasting. Get used to eating less. We're coming upon some very, very troubling and trying times. Ezra 8:21 says, "Then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Hava, that we might afflict ourselves before the Almighty, to seek him a right way for us and for our little ones and for all our substance." So fasting, make it a part of your life. Even on the everyday, intermittent fasting every day. Get used to breaking your meals down. Maybe a meal and a half a day, 2 meals a day, within a certain window time frame. Get yourselves used to this. Get yourself used to fasting on a daily basis, and then some days, like myself, I'm fasting. I'm taking a day where I don't have any food at all, no food, no water, anything. I'm training my body to do that. So here are some suggestions. Some suggestions that you eat a balanced diet. This means eating plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Important to choose lean protein sources and low fats. That you get regular exercise. I'm implementing that into my strategy as well, and also into the plan. If any of you are out there that have a training that you are doing, I know Oxai has a training. I was training with him before. I want to get back into that. I know he has a training that he does. It's very early in the morning, but that's okay. I'm up and around. I'm moving about that time anyway. You can get your train on, where you can begin to burn some fat and get your body moving. Get your body moving. Get the elasticity back into your limbs. Become more limber. This is something I have trouble with. The next point is getting enough sleep. I don't get enough sleep, I'll tell you that. But we can try our best to get as much sleep as possible. This is all part of the plan, because if you're not healthy, you can't accurately protect any of your loved ones. You have to be healthy enough to protect them. You won't be able to. That's added stress, extra stress on you, and your loved ones, because they have to look out for you when you're down. All right. So, in this emergency preparedness plan, we want to learn how to store food. Some of you ladies, you want to do videos in our discipleship class on how to store and package food that lasts, jarring classes and things like that. We can do this stuff online. Between Detroit and Macon, we can do this stuff online, where we are learning how to store our food properly store our food. Collecting first aid materials. Everyone should have alcohol in their house. I'm not talking about drinking alcohol either. I'm talking about alcohol that we can use for, well, drinking alcohol too. You can use that for as a first aid kit to help purify things and clean wounds and things like that. Having a first aid kit, knowing how to use your first aid kit. This will be important in knowing how to treat minor injuries and illnesses and things of that nature. Here's one that I've been doing over the years: learning how to garden. Gardening is a great way to help provide fresh food for your family and your loved ones. It's a great way to help you exercise and is a great way to help reduce perhaps some of the stress that you may be under, right? So we have to learn as well as gardening, we have to learn how to purify water. I always said this when I used to see folks going crazy over napkins and toilet paper at Walmart. I said, that's not the problem. If the shelves is empty, if the shelves is empty of toilet paper, that's not the issue. The issue is if there is no water. If you don't have any water, you just got a couple of days before it's over. You can live without toilet paper. I used to think they were insane knocking each other in the head over bounty. That's crazy. You want to see people go crazy? Cut the water off. Now there's an issue. You can't live without water, and you can't clean yourself with just toilet paper. We have to prepare ourselves for the challenges that may be that's coming up, and take steps to prepare ourselves for these challenges that we'll face in these trying times. We have to really, really think about. We have to think about these things that's coming up on the earth and how we're going to prepare ourselves. So we're just trying to, as a assembly, help with that, to give you some tools and implement some things to help us as a body. All right, let's get Proverbs 10. Let's see. I want to get Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18 right quick. Proverbs 18. All right, Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Almighty is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. Brothers and sisters, we got to learn to work together and lean on the Most High. We got to run into up under Him. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't prepare and just totally lean. Well, I'm just going to depend on the Lord. But you haven't prepared for anything. You have to arm yourself with information. You have to arm yourself with the tools that you need, and most importantly, have the word of the Most High in prayer. Ecclesiastes 4:10 says this. Very important scripture. Ecclesiastes 4:10. It reads, "For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone," excuse me, "when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up." That's why we got to work together. For all of you individual lights out there that think you don't need nobody to help you, according to this scripture, you're wrong. Let me read it again. Ecclesiastes 4:10. For if they fall, if you in a battle and you fall, right? If they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. If you fall and you all by yourself, for he have no one to help him. You don't have nobody to help you. You have nobody to pick up your slack. Nobody to watch your six, as they say, or nobody to have your back. You out there by yourself. Verse 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. You see that? If you fall, there's other people around to help prevail, to go against your enemy, to help you fight your enemy. Two shall withstand him. And watch this, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. It's harder to win when there's three brothers there versus the one that's fighting alone with it. You just by yourself, getting down. You've been watching too many Rambo movies. Can't do this by yourself. All right? Brothers and sisters, we got to be prepared be aware of our surroundings. We have to pay attention to the people around us. And you have to trust your instincts. We also have to plan. We have to plan escape routes. Let me say something about that too. When you're planning your escape route, you have to be aware that perhaps these GPS systems won't work. So we're suggesting that you have an atlas, that you have at least you have a United States atlas where you know where the interstates are, you know where the state highways are, you know where all of the old back roads are that are no longer being used as much, that you have a map of where you are and where you need to get to without having to use GPS, because these phones, these computer systems may be down. All right? And make sure that you are unrestricted in your movement, your sisters. Make sure that your clothing, if you do have to make your escape, if you do have to run, make sure that the clothing that you have on are not restricting your movements. All right. You need to practice, and this is another important point we want to go over in our discipleship class. We need to practice our disengagement moves. Now, nobody is saying that we try to train, we want training in any particular fighting style to go on the offense and hurt somebody, but we at least want to be trained in the defense. If somebody get a hold of you, you want to get them off you. So we together in some of our discipleship classes will have instructors come in, and we will also have videos where we can see how to break free of certain holds and things like that. These are things we need. Let's get Psalms 144. Psalms 144 and 1. Blessed be the Almighty, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Get off me. You want to know what you have to do. We'll be learning those tactics during our discipleship class. All right. Let's see. What else? All right. Now, in regards to defensive maneuvers, everybody, you have to learn. We'll be learning these things, but you also have to use common sense to know that, hey, if I can escape, let me run and get away. So we want to make sure that people have good sense about what they're doing, but we also want to know that you know how to protect yourself, at least in a little bit. The most vulnerable areas on the body, how to break free of certain holds and things like that. We'll be getting into some weapons training, but we'll have professionals come in. We'll have them instruct us on the best use of defense weaponry and things of that nature. And then there'll be some other things that we discuss and go over in other times and amongst ourselves. So prepare yourselves for this, brothers and sisters, and know that we have a plan of action in place. We have a plan of action in place, and we want to be prepared for whatever comes, because in these troubling times, it doesn't mean you just lay down and die. That's not what that means. No, it's just know the trouble is coming, and we may have to adjust ourselves to whatever the trouble is. All right. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be speaking very soon on a lot of these issues. All right, y'all bless you, have a smile upon you, give you peace. Shalom.